Share screen. Pick the camera up a little bit. You got the headset on?
Yes.
Alright. We're not live yet. It's recording, but we're not live yet. So I hit this real quick. Let me make sure the camera picked up. There you go. And we're gonna be going live in a few seconds. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Hello everybody, sPidA here, the Fight Card Podcast coming to you once again. We're inside the House of Jiu Jitsu Academy as always here in downtown San Antonio. With me today, of course, I've got a man making his amateur mixed martial arts debut, of course, and Isaiah Gonzales, my man. Bro, thank you, bro. Thank you for putting up with this little time, bro. How are you, man?
Good. It's really an honor to be here. Like, the first podcast also.
Oh, really, bro? Damn, I'm sorry that had to be a little hiccup experience, bro. But I appreciate you, man. And I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, and of course, I brought up the fact that you do train here at the academy, bro. And it's hard for me to even get you guys when being local, bro. I mean, that's how time. I mean, I know once you guys get in here, Coach Jacob is like, hey, go get on the mat, go train. But of course, I mean, we talked a little bit earlier, man. And I mean, making your amateur MMA debut this Saturday in Kingsville, Texas. Now, Kingsville, you ever been out there?
Yes, I have. I'm familiar with that. I'm from a small town called Coral, Texas. I know Gonzales, Yoakum, Kingsville, all that good stuff.
You see, and so friends and family, you're going to have people out there Saturday?
Yes. Like, my mom's going, my sister's going. I have, like, probably 20 people coming to see me.
Man, and I got to ask you, bro. I mean, that's one thing you're making your amateur debut. I mean, of course, I know you guys train hard as hell here. I mean, I've seen what Coach Jacob puts you guys through. And, I mean, nerves, man. I mean, having family around, is that going to be, like, nerve-wracking?
I think with my family, yes, but me mentally, like, I'm well prepared for my fight. Like, I'm not nervous about it. Like, I'm very confident with, like, what I'm gonna do. It's just all about just going there, doing your job, and onward from there.
No, I mean, for sure, man. And let me ask you, because we talked earlier, like I said, man, and I mean, as far as being an athlete, I mean, like you said, you played ball. Was this through high school, middle school?
It was through, of course, middle school, all the way through high school.
And then you said you went to as far as college also, right?
I tried to go to college, yes, but, things were working out. I was going to go to California to play, community college football. Yeah. That wasn't working out, so I tried to do the military. That didn't work out. I was just scrolling through my phone, throughout my day while I was working. And I saw an ad. I was like, try this mixed martial arts. Come by. It was Ohana Academy where I first started. And then I went there. They gave me a tour. And then now I've been doing it for about almost a year and a half already.
Man, and I mean, that's what, like you said, you weren't even thinking about doing this.
No,
I mean, the way it came and creeped up on you, and you were like, you know what? But, I mean, getting into the sport, I mean, of course, training, I mean, there was jiu-jitsu, no-gi, Muay Thai, I mean, just pretty much everything that implements mixed martial arts. But, I mean, had you done any martial arts training before?
No, this was like the first, like, ever doing everything. I remember, like, looking back, I was really like a big boy, like 220 pounds and doing mixed martial arts, and then looking back at from then to now, huge transformation.
And then, I mean, you say big boy, and I'm like, bro, I'm walking around at 228, bro. Come on, man. That's why I'm not on the camera, bro, because I don't want to, they say camera, that's 10 pounds. I can't deal with that, bro. But no, man, I mean, of course, and that's one of the things when it comes to training, because, of course, people worry. I mean, if it's towards losing weight or getting in shape, people worry about pounds, but they don't realize that, I mean, you gain muscle. I mean, you know, the best measurement for me is, I mean, throughout the years is always like, it's not the weight scale, it's your clothes, because you start feeling your short, feeling, bigger, your shirt's a little bigger, and you're thinking, okay, but with that being said, man, I mean, when it comes to cutting weight, I mean, a lot of you guys are already leaned out, so there's no fat to cut, so it's just water load, right? I mean, that's basically what you guys are doing this week?
Yes, sir. And it's just, you gotta be mentally prepared for it. Like, you can't just go in there like, all right, gotta do it. You gotta have yourself mentally prepared.
You see, and I know you guys have a little sauna.
Yes.
Sauna. Do you guys get in there and everybody yells at you? How do you guys go with that toughness, bro?
Yeah, it's nice. I love the sauna we have here. It's like you go in, like 2 people going at a time, but I was in for like what's it called 30 minutes last time. Took a break again. Went 30 minutes again.
Man, and of course, one of the things, and I always bring this up also, man, is because years back, I had a UFC fighter, man. Of course, he trains up north, man, and he was out in the field, and it was like in the middle of summer, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go shoot some photos. So, I mean, I asked him, so I went out there, and it was hot as hell, bro, and I'm wearing sweating. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like, it's freaking, he says, man, this is tough mental toughness, man. Like, he said, when you're in the cage, and the lights are on you, and the fan, he said, man, pressure, he said, dude, this is... and it got me thinking, and I said, you know what, you're right, man. That's why, I mean, it's awkward, man. I mean, when you guys train in the gym, and you got people like me with a camera in your face, but I like it for 2 reasons, man. One, because I get you guys, training, and also because you get used to it, man. It's like, I mean, you're in a cage, and you're against the cage, the guy's coming at you, and here I am with the camera, right in your face, and you're thinking, damn, it's a distraction, but the fact that you guys overlook that and keep going, man, I mean, that's where the mental toughness comes in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like you said, man, you've been training for 1.5 years, and I mean, you had stated this is not something that you were looking to do, but now that it's here, I mean, a couple of days, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good, very confident. Like, I'm not nervous. I mean, of course, this is my first fight, but coach always said, like, onward, like, on the better things. Like, just gotta keep yourself mentally prepared, and I'm just ready to go in there and show them what I got.
No, and of course, like you said, because I mean, you are fighting a fighter out of Corpus Christi, and I'm very familiar with the gym, man. I mean, I know the coaches for years, and of course, this is it's not personal, it's business. Just go in there. I mean, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. But he himself, your opponent is making his debut. So I mean, of course, is the pressure kind of off a little bit because of that?
I mean, people always tell me like debuts for both of them. They're like, hey, somebody's got to leave 1-0.
Yeah.
But someone's gonna leave 0-1, but. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I'm just go in there and just do my job.
And of course, I mean, being here, man, like I said, I mean, I get to see you guys train on that level where, I mean, I see what, like I said, Coach Jacob and David Longoria, they're putting you guys through the grinder. But, I mean, are you the only one fighting tonight, Saturday?
Yes, and then we have like a bunch of fighters fighting like the next Saturday too.
Okay, you see, and I always ask because, I mean, usually they have like 2 or 3 people, and I'm like, man, how's it feel having, knowing, okay, well, I'm not the only one that's getting punched in the face today, But being that you're by yourself, man, I mean, of course, you're going to have your teammates there. But, I mean, is that something, I mean, are you... I'm not going to say are you okay with that, but I mean, does it bother you that you're like, man, I have nobody else on the card with me?
No, I mean, as long as it's just, I mean, now, I mean, in the future when I go like actual pro, there's going to be days where I just go by myself. So now, I mean, of course I got my coaches back, like Jacob and David, and I know I could really depend on them.
No, for sure, man. I mean, Jacob, I mean, I've known him for years. I mean, just through the game here in regional. Locally, of course, like I said, I mean, I know a lot of people out there, man, and it's there's a lot of respect, and that's kind of one of the things I always tell people about the studio, man, because it is inside the HOJ Academy, but, Jacob's like, man, you know what, there's no affiliation, they can come in, everybody's welcome, and because of that, I love that, man, because it's, it'd be kind of hard for me to bring people in here, and he's running them off, right? No, but I mean, but he's cool with it, man. For those watching, listening, of course, everybody's invited out here. Contact me for sure. But man, I mean, like I said, man, this fight. Have you done any jiu-jitsu tournaments?
No, never done jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask because a lot of people kind of do them because they're like, man, you know what? I want to.
But I still really want to do so though. Did really.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And now, I mean, of course, because you have played sports. I mean, the crowd yelling, crowd booing. It's just, I mean.
I'm involved.
Did you get a lot of that playing ball?
Nah, we're more like, because we're the Crow Gobblers. Like, that was our team. We're the Turkeys, small towns all about the football. So it's always cheers for any, going crazy. The only time when they boo is when the opponent does something bad to our team. So I'm just like, that? Why y'all booing? Like, I'm over here looking, like, what's going on?
Yeah, what y'all do?
Yeah, what y'all do?
But man, I mean, of course, and not to interrupt you, bro, but I did bring you a beverage this morning, and I want you to try it out. Like I said, it is just carbonated water, man, liquid death. Mango flavor, which is my favorite. I mean, the guys that sponsor me with products, so I always try to bring in.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, I've never seen anything like this before.
No, yeah, I mean, there's a few out there. I mean, this is literally my favorite, man, which is why I'm working with them, man, because it's something that I actually drink, at least once a day. But let me know what you think, man. I mean, this is not, like I said, there's no, bro, yeah. You see, and that one, I mean, they've got like four flavors, but that one's like my go-to, man.
Liquid death, that is good,
bro. Yeah, definitely, man. But everybody out there, of course, check them out, man. I mean, here in San Antonio, I know HEB's got them. I mean, they're in a few 7-Eleven, gas stations, but definitely check them out. But of course, bro, because of the beverage, man, like I said, it's just carbonated water. But fight week, I mean, what are you cutting back? I mean, carbs. What are you not eating?
Just the only thing I'm eating is just like Coach Jacob told me, just 2 eggs and then 1 tablespoon of sodium beans.
Damn, bro, that's torture, bro.
it is torture. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to be like, a bigger guy, and like I would eat so much, and now I cut back to it. It's like literally sometimes like I got chicken in my fridge and I want to make it so bad.
You're like, damn, what's that cheesecake in the bag?
Yes, exactly. And then I work full time too, so I used to work at Pluckers and Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh man, so you're around food, bro.
So I'm around food, and like I was so dehydrated yesterday during work. They're like, how do you do this, bro? Like, how? I was like, mentally, you just had to prepare yourself, and then I just go in there and like, yes, I'm going to see people eat a lot of food, but it's like here it's like a job.
Yeah.
Like, I got to make sure I make weight. I can't miss weight.
No, for sure, man. You see it, and that's one of the things I always kind of, not that I laugh at it, but I mean, when they do the weigh-ins, of course, it's always in the food establishment.
Mm-hmm.
The food's going on, everybody's over here dying, and but like you said, man, that's part of the mental toughness, man. I mean, for me, like I said, I don't do what you guys do, man. I mean, you guys train hard, and more power to you guys, man. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that. But for me in life, man, I mean, just, I'm up there in age, and I'm older than a lot. I'm older than you, that's for sure, bro. But every time I'm in a situation, I always think about something, the worst thing I've been to date, and I'm like, you know what, this is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just keep going through that. And but yeah, I mean, the fact that you guys are dieting, and, let me ask you this, what's your walk around weight? What do you walk around normally?
I usually walk around normally like around 180.
Wow.
Yeah, and then this is the first time like ever cutting weight, so I didn't know how my body would, and like during the process, I was just like so into it already.
Your body was just kind of shutting off.
Yeah, it was like shutting off and on, but I was like, but I still had a lot of energy, which was crazy, but I still kept going and pushing myself forward to like get to where I need to be.
No, you see, and that's one of the things, man, because I know a lot of people do the water load, where they just load up and then towards the end just kind of sweat it off. But like you said, man, that's actually a good point, because you don't know how your body's going to react. I mean, this is the first time, like you said, like right now, what do you, can you say your weight right now? What are you walking around at?
I'm walking around like around 163.
Okay, well, you're just right around the corner, man.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the last few drops, I mean, when does that take place?
Oh, like today, and then tomorrow when I do my weigh-ins, it'll be all good and ready to go.
And of course, I mean, the weigh-ins are going to be out there in Kingsville.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, this is going to be about at 155, man. And like I said, I mean, your opponent's making his amateur debut as well, so it is going to be exciting. I mean, I can trying to plug everybody in. Those in the Kingsville area. I mean, your friends and family. Out there in the South Texas. I mean, it's going to be a great night of fights, man. And I mean, of course, I mean, what can you tell us? What can people expect come fight night?
Just expect it to be a good fight. Expect it to be very exciting, and it's gonna be very entertaining. I can tell you that right now.
No, for sure, bro. I mean, I'm a huge fan, bro, when it comes to mixed martial arts, and of course, I mean, whether amateur or pro, there's a few pros and cons, man. And one of my newest contributors, man, she actually pointed out that when it comes to amateur fights, you really don't know what to expect, because a lot of the guys on there are pretty much kind of like, okay, see what works and then what doesn't, mm-hmm. and then experience, of course, man. But for me, that's what makes it more exciting, man. Even in the pro levels, you still get fighters out there that no game plan and just go out there swinging for the fences, bro. Yes. But yeah, man. I mean, other than this, bro, I mean, what is it that occupies your life? I mean, of course, you work full time, but I mean, do you have any other hobbies outside of MMA?
I mean, sometimes. I mean, I really don't go out as much. Only time my friends go, because people want to drink and like eat a lot, and me, I'm just like, I'm a fighter, and I really gotta watch how I do it.
Yeah.
So I'll go in the club, like get like White Claw. I'm not gonna lie, it's go to, but
yeah.
sometimes I just stop and just drink water, just have fun, and most importantly, of course, family.
No, definitely.
I just had a nephew just recently, baby Noah. He's adorable. And I just try to spend as much time with my family as possible. Because another thing, too, while I'm doing this fight, because my grandma, I remember her name, her Yolanda Escalona, she died a couple months ago.
Oh,
and it was so hard for me. And that moment when I was just on her casket, like I told her before she passed away, I was like, look, I'm going to go pro for you. And I'm not going to stop until I make it. And then she's like my motivation, honestly. There'd be sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to be here, or I'm too tired, I'm too this, but I'm like, I think about it, I'm like, nah, she's the reason why I keep going, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her too. She was like another mom to me too.
No, definitely. Bro.
And she would just make me those good tacos, like best tacos in the world, like flour tortilla, and like cheese, meat, and the lettuce and tomato. It was just spot on. And
I know, man, and that's abuelitas, man. My grandma was she used to kill it in the kitchen, bro. And I mean, same thing with me. I mean, I got real close to her towards the last years of her life, man. But I mean, I was. I would go visit her where she was living in this like an old folks home back then. Of course, it was a big community, and I would get there and hey, grandma, she'd be making something, and she'd like, oh, I have company, go, I'll see you tomorrow, and she'd run me out, bro, and I'm like,
why is it,
man? I was on the bus, I'm like, man, I still got like 30 minutes, man, like, come on. But she was funny like that though, man. But yeah, bro, when she used to get the tortillas going and frijolitos, bro, I don't know what she used to put on those, man, but those things were gold, bro. Those things like better than steak, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy.
but yeah, man. I mean, of course, friends and family. I mean, as far as like you mentioned, I mean, those people, your circle, man. You want to keep it to where it's gonna be a positive one. You don't want to get out there and something happen, wrong place, wrong time. I mean, of course, when we're young and dumb, we tends to happen a little bit more than we wanted to, man. But yeah, man. As far as let me ask you this, bro. I mean, as far as outside the sports, man. One of our sponsors, of course, is Santico's Theater, man. We actually just locked them in, and my question from them is basically like, what was the last movie you saw at the theater?
Last movie I saw at the theater, dang, I went to the movies in so long with everything with Hulu, Netflix, and all that HBO. But last movie I would say probably the Avengers.
Oh, okay, yeah. You see, that's actually pretty good.
It's just been so long. I just been training and I haven't been really going out, really. Yeah.
No, you see, I hear you, man. Because even now, like, because of this, even before this, I've been big movie buff. Like, I always go early just because, damn kids, No, but I mean, we get there early. It's like the first one of the day, and it's just like, normally it's just me and my girl, man. We're like, all right, it's just like our own personal, private, why not, man?
It's cool being private, though.
Oh, yeah, bro. I mean, I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I get to actually talk. I mean, she's telling me to be quiet, but I'm just like, oh, man, I can't believe this. But, I mean, with Halloween right around the corner, bro, like, I've been watching all these horror films and catching up on a lot of good stuff. Mm-hmm. We don't have tickets yet, man, but of course for our guests, man, we are going to start, and as soon as I get them, I'll definitely throw 2 your way.
Oh, appreciate it.
But go out there and go to one other location, man. But yeah, I mean, they've already jumped on board, so of course, we appreciate that. And but yeah, man, Halloween, man, I mean, it's coming up. I mean, do you go out there and dress up?
Probably for my job, yes. Be like a little cowboy.
No horse, right? No horse?
Nah, because I'm from like, Quail's like a country place, so I'm used to being outside and like, but I never wear boots, never wear a hat, never wore anything cowboy like.
Yeah.
But like, I've always wanted to try something new. I like trying different
things. Man. That way, if people laugh at you, you cannot wear it. You're like, it's just a costume anyway, man.
I be like, laugh, but I can fight.
Yeah, no, yeah, there you go. And I was gonna say too, man, if you don't have a horse, you can have Jacob lend you his dog, man. That thing's a beast, bro.
Oh yes.
But yeah, but let me ask you, bro. I mean, training, of course, having to work, of course it doesn't interfere, right? Because after work you come out here and work out.
100%.
And how do they feel about you competing, man? I mean, obviously you told them.
I've told them, like, the moment I did my interview, I was like, hey, just let you know, I do mixed martial arts. Like, this is what else I do. It's like another job that I do.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's actually really cool, because I literally have like 4 managers that literally love watching fights.
Oh, nice, bro.
So they're like, they know it. And then before, like, I came to training, like, I'm off today, I'm through Sunday. They're like, hey, go ahead and do your thing, and we're rooting for you. And,
nice.
And I was like, wow, they actually really support this.
No, you see, and that's good, man, because a lot of jobs.
Yeah, a lot of jobs, they don't. They
like,
just
no, you get clocking in, buddy. You know, but it's crazy, man. But the fact that you're getting that kind of support, man, definitely, man. You know, thank them. You know, thank you guys for allowing that.
I thank them all the time, of course.
No, for sure. Now, growing up, man, I gotta ask you. I mean, were there any films? I mean, of course, like you said, you didn't think about doing this. I mean, before you started training. But were there any martial arts films out there that you remember and you're like, oh man, I want to do that, or maybe it kind of inspired you a little bit?
I would say Warrior. I think that's a fighting movie, that mixed martial art. It was like about two brothers.
Warrior.
Warrior. It's a really good UFC film. It's like two brothers. One was in the military. He left the military.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Oh, nice, man. Dude, I had actually forgotten about that one. You see, and there's a lot of fight films out there, bro, and so some are just horrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'll pick them up just because I'm like, I've never seen this, and then I'll watch it and I'm like, damn, why did I see that? You know, but that was actually a good one, man. I mean, of course, like I said earlier, I mean, I was older, man. For me, you know, growing up in the 80s, it was Kung Fu Theater on Sundays, man. It was, you know, Bruce Lee, of course, you know, but yeah, man. But one of the films that I still remember to this day, and I'm always like, man, I'm gonna look for it. It was this martial arts film called Gym Kata. And it was about a gymnast that knew karate. And as funny as that sounds, man, this guy was like, you know, kicking ass in spandex, bro. So, but it was good, man. From what I remember, I hadn't seen it in years, man. But I always think about that film because I was like, oh man. In my mind, I was thinking, man, do I really need to know gymnastics? You know, like, can I just learn karate? I mean, I was a kid, so I didn't know, but it was a good flick. You know, of course, later on with Bloodsport and, you know, Van Damme and all these other martial artists making it fun. Mm-hmm. But man, as far as movies, bro, since we're on that subject, if you were to get an opportunity and produce, you know, you got a movie producer and he's like, hey, I've got 3 films you can star in. You know, would it be a comedy? Would it be a chick flick, or would it be an action film?
I would say a comedy. I'm a very funny guy.
You see, I like that, man. Yeah, bro. And that's one of the things I always tell people, man. It's amazing. It still amazes me that, you know, we can be here laughing as, you know, the case closes, man. And it's like, oh, damn, you know, like people, I mean, you definitely got to change that mentality.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, I mean, just for the most part, dude, like everybody that I've met in the mixed martial arts community, bro, it's been freaking down to earth. Everybody's cool. You know, laughing, and you know, even at I mean, of course, come weigh-ins, everybody's hangry, but they call it hungry and angry. But yeah, man, I mean, come after the fight, everybody's cool, man. It's just that kind of respect, and you know, it's like I said, it's nothing personal. I mean, you guys gotta step in the cage and fight it out, you know. But yeah, man, I mean, but come fight day, bro. I mean, what are you thinking? You guys are gonna be in the hotel, of course. What are you gonna be doing, man? You gonna be watching the movie, reading a book?
No, probably just like doing a little sauna and think about the fight and like getting ready to go to work. Not gonna rest until I fight.
You see, and of course this is gonna be, is it 3 5-minute rounds or 3 10-minute rounds?
I want to say, I think it's 3 rounds, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah. It's an amateur bout, but I was like, man, let me ask, because I know the pro bouts, of course, they go 5. But I mean, you're thinking 3 minutes, and I mean, I could say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna walk around the building and probably take me 3, or around the block, maybe take me 3 minutes. But it doesn't seem that long, man. But I'm sure once the gate closes, you know, it's gonna seem like an hour.
Yeah,
you know?
It's just time goes by fast, especially when you're in the zone already.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. I can only imagine. Like I said, dude. I mean, I don't train like you guys. I mean, you know, I expect an entertaining bout. I mean, there's a lot of great matchups, man. I mean, they did a great job matchmaking the fighters. I mean, you guys, and I mean, it's gonna be fun, man. But on the fight aspect, bro, like I mean, there's a couple of big fights coming up. One of them, of course, is Charles Oliveira, man. I mean, he's gonna be fighting for the title once again. I mean, it's fights like that, man. I mean, are there any fighters out there in the bigger shows that you look up to?
I mean, of course, everyone's gonna say Conor McGregor because he's like a big time dude, but I do really like Jose Aldo.
Yeah, you see him when he retired, man. I was like,
I was kind of like, wait.
Yeah,
but
bro.
He had a good career too, though.
No, bro. I mean, the guy. You know, I mean, seeing him fight, of course, I mean, I've been a big fan of Brazilian fighters, bro, for years. I mean, back from the Vale Tudo days, I mean, he started with Pederneiras. And, I mean, when he came into the scene, I think it was WEC, man, like, I was just like, damn, dude, I was hella impressed, dude, because he had some freaking kicks.
Like, it was crazy. I was like, dude, I want to do that.
No, yeah, he made it look so damn easy, too, man. But, I mean, of course, I mean, Charles Oliveira, man, he's going to be fighting Makhachev, of course, Islam. Who do you see taking that bout, man?
Islam.
Do you really? Man, get out of here. No, you see, well, let me ask you this, though. I mean, why do you say that?
He's a really good wrestler, and Charles Oliveira, he's just a really good. It's like Sambo against Jiu Jitsu, so one of them's gonna win it. Yeah. But I think Islam's gonna win that, especially with Khabib literally training and helping him. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's fought against greater fighters, and then there's Charles Oliveira. Like, of course, he knows Jiu Jitsu, but he can still watch film and like know what to expect.
No, for sure, man. You see, and the reason I asked, man, is because like it's the same thing with Charles Oliveira, bro. Like, I've been a big fan of him. And, you know, out of New York, I mean, he's got hands. He used to box out there. And the fact that he was kind of like the black, you know, the dark horse, like, for years, man. He was nobody saw him, and so he started, like, actually getting opportunities, and so he started winning, man. But for me, man, I mean, you know, it is going to be a MMA fight, just like with what happened with Usman and Leon Edwards. You don't know till the fight it ends. But what I'm thinking, man, is I've got Charles Oliveira, man. I think he's going to win either by TKO or he's going to go ahead and win by via man. Because it's, for me, it's one of those fights that can be quick, or it can drag out all 5 minute, you know, five minute rounds, bro. And I mean, we'll see, man. It's going to be in Abu Dhabi, of course. You know, I know Oliveira has stated, you know, it's supposed to be, he wanted to fight in Brazil. They didn't do that, so I don't know what that was about, but yeah, man. I mean, of course, well, we're going to see him. You know, that's going to be a great bout. And of course, man, I mean, of course, you made it out here, man, and I appreciate you, bro. But towards this bout, man, who's helping you out there for this fight? Sponsors? I mean, teammates?
No, I mean, I don't have any sponsors or anything, but I think more my teammate wise, they've been actually pushing me and helping me to go where I am today.
Yeah.
If it weren't for like Jacob, David pushing me hard, like, I don't even know where I'd be today. I mean, I could literally just be at home, just resting, or like don't give a damn about my weight, but this is a job. And I remember first signing up here, it was like, hey, if you're gonna be a fighter, hey, we're gonna expect a lot out of you. And I was like, I got you. And then literally changed my mentality, like changed everything.
You gotta dedicate, man, because like you said, it's not for everybody, bro.
It's not.
But of course, man. I mean, I'm gonna be out there cage side, man. So if I have the camera on you, don't worry about it, bro.
I'll be okay.
Don't mind me.
Nah, I'll be like, what's up, man?
Dude, I've had that, bro. People fighting, they're like, sPidA. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be the reason you get submitted, bro. But my man, it was great meeting you. I know you're here at the gym, man, and you know you guys are always walking by, and it's always go time. But thank you for stopping by.
Of course, it was a pleasure.
Know, and everybody out there, of course, you know, Kingsville this weekend, Saturday, man, Texas Clash. Great fight card. I mean, of course, you're going to see my guests here, cage side, or inside the cage, should I say. But it's going to be a great night of fights. Make sure you make it out there. And, of course, till next time, follow up. It'll take a few seconds to unload. But yeah, man, thank you, bro, of course. I mean, like I said, dude, it's going to be a great card. I'm excited about the card. I mean, there's so much that can happen and will happen. But, you know, for those that show up, man, I mean, they're definitely going to be in for a treat, bro. So, but yeah, I mean, I thank you.